If like me, you've been following the trend, you might have seen all these videos. Here is how to build an application in 2 minutes or in 20 seconds. But if you really tried by yourself these amazing tools like Bolt, Windsurf, Lovable or Klein, well, yes, it is magical in the beginning, but after getting a bit deeper, we realize that they barely produce a customized template. However, in this video, I am starting a real mobile application that I will publish on the stores, and my purpose is to prove that we can produce 70, 80, 90% of an application without technical background. So if you want to build a startup and you want to do it 10x cheaper than the usual way, then watch this one until the end. Hi, I'm Memory, founder and CEO at MyCTO Friend, where founders come to learn how to build their tech startup. And with this Startup Snack series available on both podcast and YouTube, we want to share the essential to make it easier for you to build your tech startup. Recently, I've played a lot with tools like Bolt, Windsurf, and even Klein. And as of now, even if my favorite one is Windsurf, I don't believe there is one tool that is better than really the other. My purpose is actually to design a process that allows almost anyone to create a mobile application or a web platform with the proper prompt. And for that, I'm starting a series of 3 videos where I will first design the application. That's basically what we are about to do right now. Then in video 2, we're going to develop the front end. And in video 3, we're going to develop the back end. I say develop, but I do believe that the first 2 steps can be handled at 100% by a non-technical person. And only the third one will require a little bit of help from a technical person, which is already amazing because as for a said project, we will have saved 70 to 90% of the development cost. So without further ado, let's get started with the design of the app done by AI. The project that I have, the app that I want to create, is an app to allow kids to use ChatGPT in a safe environment, being controlled by their parents. After testing multiple tools to design that app, the one that I chose is called UIzard.ai. And like many other tools in that space, it is very impressive on the beginning. If we take the killer feature, I can just drop a prompt and it can generate the entire app for me. I can specify what type of design I want with a prompt and boom, I'm gonna have my project. And the result is very impressive. We can check first the wireframe as well as the real design. But honestly, if you are a real entrepreneur with an innovative idea, the design is unlikely to look what you really want. Although it's beautifully designed, it doesn't really fit to the app that I have in mind. And I do believe that we will have to specify almost every screen of the application. But it doesn't mean that we cannot use AI for that. As usual, I've used ChatGPT to specify the entire app. I went for a walk, I chat about my idea and asking to ChatGPT to break down the specifications for me. And I even asked to generate a logo for me. And honestly, the result was okay, at least enough for a first start. Once I had the logo, I thought, okay, maybe UIzard can generate a better design if I do provide the logo. So I tried it, but honestly, the result was pretty much the same. It was a little bit better, but that was not what really I wanted to generate in terms of design. It's not adapted to kids for sure. Later, I even took a finalized screen of the application to see if I was missing something. And I asked him to generate an application along the line of that first screen. Again, a bit better, but it was not what I really wanted. The design is not the design of an application for kids, but maybe it can help you to use that methodology. So in the end, the best way to do it was actually to choose a template that I was very happy with for my project. It was a professional design template and UIzard was able to actually generate the screens under the same style. So I browsed some templates that I liked. I basically chose this one because it fits pretty much for an application for kids. So here, of course, the application has nothing to do with what I want to create. I click on screen, generate with AI, and then I copy paste from ChatGPT the description. For instance, can you generate a login/create account screen with login field, password, forgot password link, login button, create account button. Be sure to keep a placeholder above the form for our logo as it's the first screen they will see on the app. And that's it. After he basically worked on it and I had to come back a few times providing some feedbacks on what he generated, and I got my first screen. And I went on and on and on, generating all the screens of the application exactly the same way, just by doing a copy and paste from the description I got from ChatGPT. And here is the result. It was pretty good. I was very happy. Basically, was it 100% produced by AI? Kind of almost. I had to add my logo. Sometimes I did copy and paste component from one screen to another. But what is sure is that all the component has been at some point generated by the AI, following my prompt, of course. And honestly, it was nothing really fancy, nothing complex. It was actually easily doable by a non-technical person. The most important is to come up with detailed description with ChatGPT and to double check that these descriptions make sense for your business. And if you are really serious about building a startup, you should not be afraid of describing what your app will look like. Actually, it would be exactly the same if you would work with a professional designer. So I've put the effort, and roughly 45 minutes after, I had my entire design that is now ready for development, and I can even generate interaction linking buttons with screen so that I can demonstrate my concept to future clients, to investors, and I can come up with a clickable product. I can just click on preview on the top right hand corner, and boom, here is my application that I just generated. Welcome screen, login and password. I can select the profile, etc., the kids' profile preferences, and I have the home page for the parents. I can log in as a user, and after, basically, I can click and come back and forth as a parent profile or as a kid profile. In my case, of course, putting the password if I want to go back as a parent. And I have all the screens, including the settings. Can come back on the profile of a kid, the settings of the application with the language, chat history, OpenAI key, etc. And I have the logout button as well. And next, we will move with the real development, providing this design to the AI development tool to develop the front end. For the front end development, no real technical skills will be required. You will just need to use and to provide a proper app template. You can use, for instance, the one that I shared on my previous video. In this video, I demo an app template that allows to create an app without technical background. And that's exactly what we will do in the next video that I will create, showing you how I transform this app design we just created into a real mobile application. Again, the purpose is not to make you dream of building a startup by doing nothing except one single prompt. It's BS. My purpose is to show you the way to build a startup making the most out of AI, saving tons of money and time on your development. I hope this one helped you and that you will be able to build a beautiful design following that path. And of course, if you are interested by the next step, be sure to subscribe to our channel to not miss it. Also, if you are serious about building a startup and you want some technical support to guide you finalize the development initiated by AI, then you can contact us on myctofriend.co/contact. We will be happy to hop on a call with you and to help you create the startup for a fraction of the cost that it would cost usually without AI. Until then, feel free to ask us more questions about AI-driven development. It is directly below this video in the comment section. And I just look forward to reading your questions. Bye for now.